Hi, beloved brothers and sisters in Christ Jesus. Something big, something massive is about to happen across the globe, and God, by His mercy, has decided to reveal it to a medical doctor from Boston. This experience will open your eyes to the impending events that await mankind. Time is running out. What this doctor saw during his near-death experience aligns with prophecies being revealed worldwide. These events are set to unfold between now and 2027, affecting America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and every continent. Whether you believe it or not, preparation is no longer optional. It's critical for your survival and the safety of your loved ones. This is not just another prophecy video. This is a wake-up call from someone who didn't believe in visions until he experienced one himself. A man of science, a medical doctor with a PhD, is risking his reputation to warn you because what he saw was too real to ignore. Please watch this entire video. Your life and the lives of your family may depend on the information shared here. Don't wait until it's too late to prepare physically and spiritually. Kindly tell us where you are watching from so that we can pray with you and connect as a family. Even though we may be far apart, let's do our best to share love, support one another, and stand together in these critical times. Share this message immediately with everyone you know. Time is of the essence. God bless you and keep you safe. My name is Dr. Michael Chen, and I'm writing this from my hospital bed. What I'm about to tell you happened 3 days ago. On October 28, 2025, I'm a research scientist at Memorial Hospital in Boston, and I've spent my entire career believing only in what I could see under a microscope. But everything changed when I made a terrible mistake in the lab. I was working late, testing a new experimental compound. I must have miscalculated the dosage because the moment I inhaled the fumes, my vision blurred and my legs gave out. The last thing I remember was my colleague Sarah screaming my name as I hit the floor. What happened next I can barely put into words. But I have to try because what I saw wasn't just about me. It was about all of us. When my eyes closed in that lab, they opened somewhere else. I found myself standing in a place that wasn't quite a place. Everything around me glowed with a soft white light, like being inside a cloud during sunrise. I looked down at my hands and they were there, but they seemed different, almost transparent. Then I heard footsteps. Not the kind you hear on a floor, but the kind you feel in your chest. A figure approached me, tall and radiating light so bright I had to squint. But despite the brightness, I could see his face clearly. It was peaceful, ancient, and somehow familiar, even though I'd never seen him before. He called my name, and his voice sounded like it came from everywhere at once. He told me I had been brought there for a reason. He explained that he was a messenger and had something important to show me. I wanted to ask 1,000 questions, but I couldn't speak. My throat felt frozen. He extended his hand toward me, and suddenly the white space around us dissolved. We were moving, flying through darkness dotted with stars, and then we stopped. Below us I could see the earth, blue and beautiful, spinning slowly in the void. He revealed to me that what I was about to witness was not completely set in stone. He emphasized that these were warnings, opportunities for people to turn back, to change, to prepare. He asked if I understood, and I nodded, still unable to speak. The angel waved his hand, and suddenly we descended. I saw the map of the United States spread out below me like I was looking at a weather map on TV. But this wasn't about weather. First, he showed me California. I saw the ground shaking violently. Buildings in Los Angeles and San Francisco swayed like trees in a storm. Some fell. I watched highways crack open like eggshells. People were running, screaming. Cars were crushed under falling concrete. The angel's face remained calm but sad. He revealed to me that an earthquake was coming to the West Coast. He told me it would measure between 8.3 and 8.7 on the Richter scale. He explained that thousands would lose their homes and hundreds would lose their lives. He said this would happen because America had forgotten the foundation it was built upon. Then the scene changed. I saw the center of the country, the heartland. Massive tornadoes, bigger than any I'd ever seen in the news, tore across the plains. They weren't just one or two. There were dozens, like a swarm. They ripped through Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, destroying everything in their path. Entire towns were flattened. I saw families huddled in basements, praying, crying. He described these as winds of judgment. He explained to me that these storms would come in the spring of 2026, more intense than any generation had witnessed. He said they would come because the nation had become proud, trusting in its own strength rather than seeking wisdom from above. The vision shifted again. This time I saw the East Coast. A massive hurricane, wider than I could comprehend, approached Florida. But this storm didn't stop at Florida. It traveled up the coast, hitting Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, all the way to New York. The flooding was catastrophic. I saw New York City with water up to the second floors of buildings. Subways completely underwater, millions of people displaced. He told me this storm would be called the worst in recorded history. He revealed it would strike in late 2026. He explained that the damage would cost hundreds of billions of dollars. But the greater cost would be in lives lost because people would not prepare and would not listen to the warnings. Then he showed me something that made my stomach turn. I saw Washington, D.C. I saw the Capitol building, the White House, the monuments I'd visited as a kid on a school trip. But everything was in chaos. I saw violent protests, people fighting in the streets, buildings on fire. The anger in the air was thick, almost visible. He revealed to me that civil unrest would increase dramatically. He explained that the division in this nation would grow worse before it got better. He showed me there would be blood in the streets of major cities. He told me people would fight each other over politics, over beliefs, over resources. He said brother would turn against brother, and this would reach its peak in 2027. He showed me grocery stores with empty shelves, gas stations with long lines and fights breaking out. I saw the economy crashing, banks closing, people losing their jobs by the millions. He explained to me that economic collapse was on the horizon. He revealed it would begin with small tremors in the financial system in late 2026, but by 2027, it would be a full earthquake in the markets. He told me that those who had put their trust in money and material things would find themselves with nothing. Then I saw something even stranger. I saw a bright light in the sky, but it wasn't the sun. It was some kind of explosion in space. The angel showed me satellites falling from orbit, communications going dark, power grids failing across the country. He described this as a solar event. He explained to me that a massive solar flare would strike the Earth's magnetic field in 2026. He said it would cause blackouts across the northern states. He told me technology would fail, and that for weeks, millions would be without power or communication. He emphasized this was a warning that humanity had become too dependent on its own creations and had forgotten the Creator. But then he showed me something else, something that gave me a small measure of hope. I saw churches filled with people, really filled, not just Sunday morning filled. I saw people on their knees crying, praying together. I saw communities coming together, sharing food, helping neighbors they'd never spoken to before. He told me there would be an awakening. For the first time, I heard something like joy in his voice. He explained to me that out of the ashes of disaster, out of the pain and loss, many would finally look up. He said they would remember that there was something greater than themselves. He revealed that this awakening would begin in the South and spread across the nation. He emphasized that young people especially would turn away from emptiness and seek truth. He told me this was the purpose of the shaking, to wake up those who were asleep. Before I could process what I'd seen about America, the angel touched my shoulder, and we were moving again. This time we traveled across the ocean. He explained to me that I must see that this was not only about one nation. He revealed that the whole earth was entering a time of shaking. He told me he would show me glimpses of what was coming to other lands. We stopped over China. I saw the massive cities, millions of people crowded together. Then I saw the ground opening up. A huge earthquake struck the western provinces. Mountains collapsed. Entire villages were buried. But then I saw something else. Flooding, devastating floods that swept through the eastern part of the country. Dams breaking, rivers overflowing, millions displaced. He revealed to me that China would experience both earth and water judgment. He told me the earthquake would come first in 2026, measuring over 8.0 magnitude. He explained that in the monsoon season of 2027, floods unlike anything in modern memory would strike. He said this was because the leadership had oppressed the people and rejected any acknowledgement of divine authority. He told me they had made themselves gods, but they would learn they were only men. He also showed me economic turmoil in China, factories closing, massive unemployment, and people protesting in the streets, something I never thought I'd see there. Then we moved to Europe. I saw the continent from above, and the angel pointed to different countries. He told me to watch carefully. I saw Germany and France. Major flooding hit both countries. Rivers burst their banks. Historic cities were underwater. I saw rescue boats navigating through streets where cars usually drove. Then he showed me Italy. Mount Vesuvius, the famous volcano near Naples, erupted. Not a small eruption, but a massive one. Ash covered the sky. People fled by the thousands. The ancient cities nearby were in danger again, just like Pompeii had been thousands of years ago. He told me that Europe would face its own reckonings. He revealed that Italy would see volcanic activity increase in 2026 and 2027. He explained that Germany and France would battle unprecedented floods in 2026. He said these nations had turned away from their spiritual foundations, embracing only material progress and forgetting the source of all blessings. He showed me England. I saw massive storms battering the coast, worse than usual. Parts of London flooded. The Thames overflowed its banks. He revealed to me that the British Isles would face the fury of the sea. He explained that multiple severe storms in 2026 would cause billions in damage. He told me that, like America, this would also be a wake-up call, and many would turn back to seeking truth. We traveled east, and I saw the deserts and ancient cities of the Middle East. But what the angel showed me here frightened me most. He instructed me to watch closely. I saw armies moving, missiles flying, explosions lighting up the night sky. The conflict was spreading beyond the current borders. I saw Turkey involved. I saw Syria in complete chaos. I saw Iran and Israel in direct confrontation. It was like watching World War III begin. He explained sadly that the Middle East would not find peace in the coming years. He revealed that what was brewing now would explode into wider conflict in 2026. He told me many nations would be drawn in and that this war would threaten global stability. He said oil supplies would be disrupted and this would contribute to the economic troubles worldwide. But then he showed me something unexpected. In the midst of all this chaos, I saw people in those war-torn areas having visions and dreams. I saw Muslims, Jews, and Christians all experiencing supernatural encounters. Many were converting, changing their beliefs, seeking peace instead of war. He assured me that even in the darkest hour, light would break through. He explained that this war would also bring about a great spiritual harvest in the Middle East. He told me many would have encounters with divine truth during their darkest moments. We moved north and I saw the vast expanse of Russia. The angel showed me their economy crumbling. I saw their military stretched thin, unable to maintain their operations. I saw political instability, power struggles within the Kremlin. He revealed to me that Russia would face internal collapse. He explained that their aggressive expansion would backfire. He told me that by 2027 they would be dealing with severe economic sanctions, internal rebellion, and natural disasters, including earthquakes in regions that rarely experience them. He said the permafrost in Siberia would thaw faster than predicted, causing infrastructure to fail. He emphasized that this nation too must be humbled. We traveled south and I saw the African continent. The angel showed me both devastation and hope here. He told me to watch both the warning and the promise. I saw severe drought in East Africa, crops failing, people starving, conflicts over water resources. It broke my heart to see children with empty eyes, too weak to even cry. But then the scene changed. I saw revival meetings, massive gatherings where people worshipped with such joy and faith that I could feel it even in the vision. I saw healing miracles happening. I saw churches multiplying rapidly. Explained to me that Africa would suffer drought and famine in certain regions through 2026 and 2027. But he also revealed that Africa would experience the greatest spiritual awakening on Earth. He told me this continent would send missionaries to the rest of the world. He said that while other continents struggled, Africa would be rising in faith and power. He also showed me specific countries. I saw flooding in Nigeria, worse than they'd ever experienced. I saw an earthquake in East Africa along the Great Rift Valley that changed the landscape itself. We crossed the ocean again and I saw South America. The angel showed me Brazil first. Massive fires in the Amazon, worse than before. But he also showed me devastating floods in the southern regions. Then I saw political turmoil, governments rising and falling. He told me that South America would face fire and flood simultaneously. He explained that Brazil would lose vast sections of the Amazon to fires in 2026. He said the southern cone would face unprecedented flooding. He revealed that Argentina, Uruguay, and southern Brazil would battle water while the north battled fire. He told me this contrast was a sign that nature itself was out of balance because humanity was out of balance. He showed me Venezuela in complete chaos, with people fleeing by the millions to neighboring countries, creating a humanitarian crisis that would affect the entire continent. We traveled to the other side of the world, and I saw Australia. The angel showed me massive bushfires, even worse than the ones I'd seen on the news years ago. Entire regions were engulfed. Then he showed me unprecedented flooding in other parts of the country, cyclones hitting the coast with devastating force. He explained to me that the land down under would experience extremes. He revealed there would be record fires in some regions and record floods in others, all within the same year, 2026. He told me this would test the resilience of the people. He said that, like other nations, this trial would also bring people together and cause many to seek deeper meaning. We moved north and I saw Japan. The angel showed me a powerful earthquake striking near Tokyo. Buildings that were supposed to be earthquake-proof swayed dangerously. A tsunami warning was issued. People were evacuating in panic. He revealed to me that Japan would face a magnitude 8.5 earthquake in 2026. He explained that the tsunami that followed would test their warning systems. He told me many would survive because of their preparation, but the economic impact would be severe. He said their electronics industry would be disrupted, affecting the entire world's supply chain. Then he showed me other parts of Southeast Asia. I saw a super typhoon, stronger than any recorded, striking the Philippines. I saw massive flooding in Thailand and Vietnam. I saw landslides in Indonesia burying villages. He explained to me that Asia would face water judgment. He revealed that typhoons, monsoons, and floods of biblical proportion would strike throughout 2026 and 2027. He told me these nations must prepare not just their infrastructure but their hearts. We stopped over India, and what I saw was overwhelming. A massive earthquake struck northern India near the Himalayas. Entire cities crumbled. The death toll was staggering. But that wasn't all. I saw severe flooding in other parts, heat waves that killed thousands, and religious tensions erupting into violence. He told me solemnly that India would be severely tested. He revealed that an earthquake measuring 8.5 to 9.0 would strike in 2026. He said it would be one of the deadliest of the decade. He explained that this nation had hundreds of millions who sought spiritual truth, but many followed false paths. He told me the shaking was to wake them up to reality, to turn them toward the true source. He also showed me economic problems in India. But then, like Africa, he showed me a great spiritual awakening among the younger generation. I saw millions turning away from empty rituals and seeking genuine connection with the divine. After showing me all these places, the angel brought me to a different kind of space. Here, instead of real places, I saw symbols, strange images that I didn't understand at first. I saw a great tree, massive and ancient, with roots spreading across the earth. But the tree was sick. Its leaves were falling, its bark was cracking, and some of its branches were already dead and breaking off. I asked what this meant. He explained to me patiently that this tree represented human civilization. He told me it had grown large and spread far, but its roots had been poisoned. He revealed that the roots were meant to draw from the source of life, but instead they had been drinking from polluted waters. He said this pollution was pride, greed, violence, and forgetfulness. He told me the tree was dying from the inside out. Then the scene changed. I saw a huge storm forming over an ocean. The clouds were dark and swirling, growing larger and larger. Lightning flashed within it constantly. He revealed to me that this storm represented the accumulation of human choices. He explained that every act of violence, every moment of hatred, every choice to value money over people, every instance of corruption, it all added to this storm. He told me the storm had been building for decades, and now it was about to make landfall. He said that was what I had seen happening to all those nations. Next, I saw a field full of wheat, ready for harvest. But I noticed that among the wheat there were many weeds growing. He told me to watch carefully. I saw farmers coming with sickles, beginning to separate the wheat from the weeds. It was hard work, and sometimes they looked carefully to make sure they didn't cut the wheat by mistake. He told me the time of harvest was coming. He explained that this meant the separation of what was real from what was false, what was good from what was evil. He revealed that this was why the shaking must come, to make things clear, to reveal what was truly in people's hearts. He said the disasters I witnessed were part of this separation process. He told me that in crisis, people's true nature emerges. Then I saw the strangest vision yet. I saw a giant hourglass floating in space. The sand was nearly finished flowing from the top chamber to the bottom. Only a small amount remained above. My heart started racing. I asked what this meant. The angel looked at me with those ancient knowing eyes. He explained that this represented time itself. He told me it wasn't the end of the world as many imagined, but the end of an age. He revealed that humanity was transitioning from one era to another. He said the time of warning was almost over, and that soon would come the time of full accountability. He told me the sand that remained represented perhaps 5 to 7 years before a major shift occurred in human history. I asked what kind of shift. He told me it depended on how humanity responded to these warnings. He explained that if enough people woke up, turned from destructive paths, chose love over hate, chose truth over convenience, the shift could be toward a golden age of enlightenment and peace. He said if they refused, if they remained asleep and selfish, the shift would be into darker times that would force the lesson to be learned the hard way. I saw one final symbol. A sunrise, but it was rising behind a massive mountain. The sun was there, beginning to peek over the top, but most of its light was still hidden behind the mountain. He assured me that hope remained. He told me that behind all the darkness, behind all the trials and disasters, a new dawn was preparing to break. He explained this was why the warnings came, because there was still time to climb the mountain, to reach higher ground before the full light arrived. He said those who made the journey now would be ready. He told me those who refused would be caught unprepared when the sun suddenly cleared the peak. I gasped and my eyes flew open. There were tubes in my arms, monitors beeping, bright hospital lights above me. Sarah was there and Dr. Rodriguez and several nurses. They all looked shocked when I opened my eyes. Sarah cried out that I was awake. She told me I had been unconscious for 18 hours. She said they thought they'd lost me. What happened to me was real. What I saw is coming. I'm not telling you this to scare you. Fear doesn't help anyone. I'm telling you this so you can prepare, both in practical ways and in the ways that really matter. Here's what I want you to do. First, don't panic. Panic clouds judgment and leads to bad decisions. Stay calm and think clearly. Second, prepare practically. Stock up on essentials like water, non-perishable food, medicine, batteries, and first aid supplies. You don't need to become a prepper with an underground bunker, but you should have enough supplies to sustain your family for at least 2 weeks without outside help. Learn basic first aid. Make a family emergency plan. Third, strengthen your community. Get to know your neighbors. Build real relationships with people around you. In times of crisis, we need each other. A strong community can survive things that would destroy isolated individuals. Fourth, get your financial house in order as much as possible. Pay down debt. Don't buy things you don't need. Save what you can. Diversify if you have investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Fifth, and most importantly, prepare your heart and soul. This is not optional. I don't care what religion you are or aren't. What matters is that you connect with something bigger than yourself, with the source of life itself. Examine your life honestly. Are you living with integrity? Are you treating others the way you would want to be treated? Are you holding grudges, harboring hatred, pursuing things that leave you empty? Make changes now. Forgive people who have hurt you. Ask forgiveness from people you've hurt. Choose love over hate, truth over convenience, compassion over indifference. Learn to pray or meditate. Create quiet time to listen to that still, small voice inside that knows the truth. The angel told me that the purpose of all these coming disasters was not punishment, but awakening. He explained it was like a parent who had called their child's name 100 times while the child ignored them, absorbed in some game. He said eventually, the parent had to grab the child's shoulder and shake them to get their attention because danger was approaching. He revealed that was what was happening to humanity right now. He explained we had ignored 100 gentle warnings. He told me we had pursued destructive paths while ignoring the signs telling us to turn back. He said we had valued the wrong things, worshipped the wrong gods, and hurt each other and our planet in countless ways. He said now comes the shake, not to destroy us, but to wake us up before it was truly too late. Some of you will dismiss this entirely. That's your choice. I can't force you to believe me. Some of you will read this and feel fear rising in your chest. Don't let fear control you. Fear is a terrible master but can be a useful servant. Let it motivate you to prepare and then release it. Some of you will read this and feel something else. A recognition, a confirmation of things you've already been sensing. A call to action you've been waiting for. If that's you, please act. Share this message. Prepare yourself and help others prepare. Be part of the solution. The angel showed me that enough people waking up could change the trajectory of these events. He revealed they couldn't be stopped entirely, but their severity and duration could be reduced. He emphasized that my choices mattered, my preparation mattered, and my spiritual state mattered. I don't know if I'll survive what's coming. None of us have guarantees, but I know that I've been given a message to deliver, and I've delivered it. What you do with it now is up to you. One more thing. The angel told me that after the shaking comes the awakening. He explained that after the disasters comes the rebuilding. He revealed that those who had prepared themselves in body, mind, and spirit would be the ones who would lead humanity into the new age that was dawning. Don't waste the time you have left. Use it wisely. Prepare practically. Prepare spiritually. Build community. Choose love. The sun is still behind the mountain, but it's rising. When it clears the peak, you want to be standing in a place where its light can reach you. That's all I can tell you. That's everything I saw and everything I was told to share. May you find the strength to face what's coming. May you find the wisdom to prepare properly. And may you find the courage to help others do the same.